what are your thoughts on productivity as it relates to having a disability or a chronic illness?
Yeah, I talked to like a new potential mentee today, and he was like, "Tell me what you do," and I explained it to him, and everyone says the same thing. When do you sleep? And I'm like, I sleep very well, and I don't think I sleep less than 8 hours a day. But when it comes to being productive, it's when you know you've got a limited amount of marbles, or you know you only got so much energy. Like, to be honest, when I was sitting here, right, I got done with work. My wife brought me dinner, and she brought it to me in my office. And I was sitting here, and it was like 6:25. And I'm like, I've got 25 minutes before I'm gonna join this StreamYard. I recorded 4 YouTube videos. Because I had some poems, and I'm like, I want to do some spoken word poems, and they were already written. So I'm like, I'm here, video setup, audio setup. Let me knock that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also recorded a verse. Because when she brought me dinner, that's what I was doing. I owed somebody a feature, even though I'm retired from hip hop. One of my best friend's little brother had hit me up, so I'm like, let me do that. So it's like, especially being in a place where it's comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, my office is very comfortable. This chair is very comfortable and very expensive, but it's because I sit in it all day. So like investing in things as well, right? That like even around the house, like I love building things, you know what I'm saying? But like I have automated hand tools for everything because my hands lock up. I have arthritis in my hands. You know what I mean? So like, so I'm like, even today I was sitting here, I'm like, I had to fill out some paperwork for the Navy. It took me like an hour to fill out that paperwork because my hands lock up and they didn't have a fillable PDF form. I got you, Casper. I didn't have a fillable PDF form. So like that was annoying to me to have to write. I'm like, why? I got 3 computers on my desk and I'm sitting here writing a freaking document. But so it's like with productivity, like, you know, you hear about like ADA compliance and all of the stuff that companies have to do. I think to like aid in our productivity, one, we got to capitalize on when we have energy, right? So like when you have energy, get the stuff done that requires energy. You know what? Because we can lay around with a migraine and tired and watch Seinfeld. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when I catch up on shows, is when I don't feel, you know what I mean? I'm 2 seasons. I'm on like season 13 of NCIS. Like, started at season 1. But when I don't feel well, that's when I watch TV. And you know what? I know I'm going to spend a lot of time not feeling well for different reasons. He said I need to get it surfaced. And you know, you spend time not feeling well, so it's like that's actually when I kind of like some of the guilty pleasure, selfish stuff I want to do, like binge watch a dumb show or something. I do that when I'm not feeling great. One, because I like to watch a lot of comedy, so that makes me laugh and it's kind of entertaining. But then I'm not wasting time where like I have energy when I need to spend it with my, you know, I'm married, I got 3 kids, so it's like between work and like trying to get as much stuff done during my work day when I'm in this seat. Because once I leave this office, I am not a YouTuber. I'm not an executive. Like, I'm here for my Patreon mentees and my family. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even check YouTube on my phone anymore. I only do it from my computers. So like, when I leave this space, right? Like, then I shift to being productive in relationship. And when I'm in my office and in my creative / workspace, I'm focused on outcomes, right? And completing tasks. So like dividing that stuff up, I think is useful. But at the end of the day, like being productive requires you to be working towards an outcome, which means you need to have an objective, right? Or a mission. I think a lot of people get busy because they don't know what they're trying to accomplish. Like you don't have a target to work towards, so you can't complete milestones or make progress because you're kind of all over the place. So now I'm like, one of my favorite books is written by Gary Keller, which is Tim Keller's son. He wrote a book called One Thing. And he was like, just focus on one thing and get it done, and then move on to the next one. And then think about one thing you need to stop doing because it's not adding value or something like that. And so, and then every day just have something that you're targeting to complete, because completing something, one, gives you a little bit of energy back. So that helps, and it kind of it's like a productivity snowball. They talk about finances, like you get a little thing done, you get a little bit more energy, and you just kind of build from there. So I think with productivity, the goal is we've got to have an objective that we're working towards, and then we celebrate when we achieve an outcome that we desire, and that kind of gives us some feedback as well. So that's why, like, even in my family, I've got like our game night is scheduled. You know what I'm saying? Like our movie night is scheduled because like I'm gonna save energy for Friday night. I'm gonna save energy for Thursday night. So like those are my light days at work. So like, you know, so all of that is kind of balanced to try to be to try to have as much impact as possible.